game like that, just physically, emotionally?
Physically I'm feeling a little better than I have. I've been getting treatment, so my body is feeling good. But emotionally, it's always hard to come down, refocus after a big win like that over a big team, a good team like that.
How many guys would play for Mississippi State?
I played in the Alabama Mississippi game with Beniquez and Keenan. That's about it.
Talk to them much?
No, I haven't talked to him since that week.
Talk about coming off the high a little bit, of a big win, but this game against Mississippi State the last few years have been a tight ball game. So how do you kind of fight that?
We got to refocus and we got to let what we did last week carry over to this game because this is a good team and they play tough. They play for 60 minutes and there ain't no quit in them.
What do you remember about Dak from last year, and also what do you see from him that makes him better this year on film?
Last year he's tough, hard to tackle, can make all the passes. And I feel like he just got a lot better this year, controlling the game and, getting his team to rally around him.
What do you guys say to A-Sean after you see him jump over an offensive lineman and make a PAT block?
That's A-Sean. he can do that kind of stuff. Most people don't believe it, but he's a freak. That's what kind of stuff we used to see him do.
Does he ever try to wrestle anybody, like play fight with anybody?
Nobody want to wrestle.
Not even Dalvin?
Yeah, I don't even think he ever tried to wrestle Dalvin. Most people don't mess with Dalvin either.
Well, beyond that unbelievable athletic move, did you guys watch that film? What, his game Saturday night, how dominant was he?
He dominated his box every snap, getting knocked back, getting out blocks, making tackles, batting balls. He played a great game.
Coming off the edge, you sometimes have to, face off maybe a practice against Nicewinder. What have you seen from him this year?
It's funny because I always pick on Nicewinder. I always mess with him. Just by being like a little fullback and stuff. Like he always had to come in. I always tell him, he gonna have a tough time with us. But he's really tough. We don't tell him enough. We always give him a hard time. But he's a good player, and he hard nosed.
Give us an example of one of those maybe times you were particularly kind of giving him a hard time. Maybe a practice or something like that where you.
Yeah, it might have been. It was last fall camp when I was playing a lot of inside, and he came up in the middle. And, he had hit me pretty good, and I was just messing with him, trying to make it like he did, but he rocked me pretty good. I always just mess with him. He hit like a girl or something like that, but he's tough.
He's making some pretty big hits on special teams too.
Yeah, he's a tough player.
Talking about Derrick Henry and what makes him such a great back, and I guess no surprise to you getting him in practice. What makes him having such a wonderful season this year?
Derrick works really hard. He do behind the scenes, he's always lifting at the practice and stuff like that. And at practice, he don't take any plays off. He always 100%. And for him to get up after hard as he practices, hard as he sprint at practice, and go in there and do a full workout, I think that's what separates him.
Does he ever have fun, or is he just all business all the
time? He seems to balance it out.
Yeah.
He joke around a lot with us. He know how to. He know when and where. He know the time and place to do it.
What have you guys told him about his haircut?
No, we haven't been picking on him. That's his style.
Does he have a better shoe collection than you do?
Yeah, he do. It's out of him and Cyrus.
What was your reaction when you see him post some of the videos he did this summer, like dragging cars and other things like that? What were some of the reactions there?
That's the stuff. That's what I'm saying. He works hard. That's the stuff we used to see him do out here. When we're working out in the summer, he always in there getting extra. That's him.
So how quickly after you guys beat LSU did someone, whether it was a player, Coach Saban, a different coach, say something along the lines of great win, but you guys have another big challenge coming up this week?
Coach Saban always tells us that at the games, you got 24 hours to enjoy it, and it's back to business.
Seems like in the past, Reuben Foster's made some of these big plays on special teams, got guys fired up. Seems like this year Tony Brown's doing a lot of that. Just like, what have you seen from him on special teams, and why does it seem to fire you guys up?
I feel like Tony's doing a great job in embracing his new role on the team. And, he's a great athlete, and he's tough too. And that's just some of the stuff you see out there. Him running down and knocking people out. that's what he brings to the table.
What have you seen from Tim too? I mean, the way he kind of comes in third down and just, I mean, he's always in the backfield. You know, when he gets in there.
Everybody around here been knew what kind of player Tim is and what kind of player he's can be and what player he's going to be. You know, he's a phenomenal pass rusher, and I feel like now he's focused more, and he know what's at stake. You know, he wants to take care of his family. He wants to be great, and now he's starting to show for him.
Have you had any of those kind of conversations with him about Reggie kind of talked about over the summer?
Yeah, I mean, since he came in, I kind of took him under my wing. You know what I mean? I always talk to him, you know, try to play that big brother role for him. And he's starting to listen more. He said all the foolish stuff to the side, you know. He's growing up. He's becoming a man.
Was it just about maturity for him?
That's all it was.
Did you know Geno Smith had that in him? That style of physical play. First time he came up, hit Leonard right around.
Yeah, I call him Boss Hog. I've been calling that for a while. You know, the boss drill they did when he was a corner. And I used to always see him come up and set the edge like that. So I've been calling that for a few years now.
What's your nickname on the team? Seems like everybody has one.
They call me some everything.
And you repeat or?
No.
Who's got the best nickname on the team?
I can't say. Right out of the back.
You kept up with TJ?
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's doing good.
How often you talk to him?
I talk to him every day. He stayed with me over the ball week. He came up.
What do you think has made this pass rush so much more effective than some of the previous years you guys have had?
I feel like Coach Tosh, he helped us develop more as pass rushers. You know, he showed us a lot of moves. The technique he's been teaching us, it just make a whole lot more sense to us.
Do you have to do anything different when you play quarterback like Prescott? You maybe can't just go straight after it.
Everybody got to do their job against him. He's a tough player. He can hurt you in a lot of ways.
What did you see about him on film?
You know, he can run. Like I say, he can run. He's tough. He can run. He'll run over you, run around you, and he can make all the throws.
Coach said part of their deal is they make you cover every bit of the field. Is that something you guys have seen? And what kind of challenges that presented for us this week?
Just go back to everybody doing their job. You know, if he do scramble out of the pocket, you know, since he's such a good runner, you know, the DBs may think he's running. He'll launch a 60-yard pass, and you know, they can hurt us. So everybody just got to play sound and do their job.
All right, thanks, man.